Today, I am going to be discussing Marie Clay's theory on learning words. In order to help children find their way around print, we want to give our students many opportunities to find letters or words that they already know. Marie Clay tells us in her text, Literacy Lessons Designed for Individuals, Part 2, that the child's brain is excited to find what it already knows in a different setting. Our goal as teachers should be to set our students up for success. If a child is able to recognize letters or words in a text, chances are the child will feel more successful when learning to read. Locating any visual information in a text is a skill a child will continue to learn the more they are exposed to print. The theory Clay discusses in her text is that at some point the letters of the alphabet change from being just marks the child can make to having meaning and multiple uses. A student will learn how letters make up words, and these words will give meaning to a line of text. Marie Clay wants teachers to think about what a child has to learn before being exposed to print. It is likely that a child will scan the page for any information they already know. When introducing the beginning stages of reading to a child, the goal should be left to right scanning of the text, not sounding out words. If a child sees words that they are familiar with, they are more likely to attend to this information that they recognize. For children who need early literacy intervention, Marie Clay suggests to let the child attend to what is easy for them. We need to remember that initially, this may only be letters or familiar words. It is the teacher's job to be alert throughout a series of lessons to take notice of what the child is attending to in print. Clay's theory tells us that a child's visual attention to print, as it increases, the child will pay more attention to details such as letter clusters or words they know in isolation. Today I will be introducing procedures that model Marie Clay's theory on how children learn words. Many of these procedures require the child to write the letters that make up the word that they are learning. During these procedures, Marie Clay suggests some important things to remember when working with the student. We want children to think carefully about the letters in the word they are trying to write. It is important to introduce words that contain letters the child already knows. This will make the task of learning these new words easier for the child rather than using words that contain unfamiliar letters. Another thing to remember is that it is a good idea to not teach letters that are similar in spelling patterns. It is best to initially teach a child words that look very different. A final point that Clay makes is that letters in a word should be written in the correct order. Longer words will be more challenging, however, two-letter words do not teach a child much about the rules of the English language. Working with words that have more than two letters will help a child be aware of the patterns that can be found in other words. The teacher should introduce words that the child will use on a regular basis in writing and that they will often come across in reading.